الجزائر اللي جابتني كيما هك كيما هك خويا.
Salam, my beautiful people, welcome to my channel. I do international music reactions here, and I also do music related content or international music related content. And this is one of my sections where I do the artist explained. I do an artist spotlight talking about some of my favorite international artists and why they're my favorite international artists. So this week I want to talk about Algerian artist called Lotfi DK, one of the most influential and respected artists of Algeria. This isn't just about music. This is about the impact, the message, and the things that he has done for an entire generation of Algeria. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why Lotfi matters culturally, his impact on Algerian youth and society, and some of his most important and iconic songs. So first of all, who is Lotfi DK? Lotfi DK is widely known as one of the pioneers of Algerian rap, especially when it comes to conscious hip hop. At a time when a lot of music was focused purely on entertainment, Lotfi chose a different lane: truth, reality, education, and social commentary. His music speaks directly to the struggles of everyday Algerians, corruption, injustice, and inequality, identity, faith, and resilience. That's why his work goes beyond charts. It lives in people's hearts. Lotfi DK's impact on Algeria. Lotfi didn't just make songs, he started conversations. For many young people in Algeria, his music was the first time they heard their real life reflected in lyrics. A reminder that rap can have purpose. Proof that you can be critical, conscious, and still respected. He used hip hop as a tool for awareness, not escape. And because of that, Lotfi DK became more than just an artist. He became a symbol of resistance and honesty. Even today, his influence can be felt in modern Algerian rap, where artists are more willing to speak openly about society and politics. What I want to do now is share with you some of my favorite songs through my reactions. All of these reactions will be in the Lotfi DK playlist. Let's have a look. Until you build a meaning like the pyramids in Egypt. Yeah, I love this. I love the way he's using it as technology, and I always have to explain in case you're new to Lotfi. This is released in 2004. It's from the Kobe album, I believe. But he is someone that's been around for some time and always spreading the word. I was speaking about things going on in the world, political matters, talking about his country, Algeria, or giving us scientific or just any science, education, all kinds of education. He's very, very talented, very, very educated, and he brings that through the hip hop, and I love him for that. So yeah, that's what he's saying. This is fire. Writes hints with Sherlock Holmes Lupe.
حركة حجر فوق حجران مهم الفكرة تجيك حتى تبني المعنى كل الأهرام اللي في اللي جيب ذا وجيب لاسيونس تاع إنديانا جونز اكتب الشرات باللالوب تاع شارلوك هولمز خطك اللي كونت أمس
Hold on. Sorry, there was some explanation there that I need to see. Hold on. Because the Hermes space shuttle are parked on the ground. Hermes is a European space shuttle project abandoned in 1992. Look at these important pieces of educational information, and the translations are so fire. Thank you for that. Things that we need to be aware of. So many things, and then he's got that old school hip hop vibe, but he keeps hip hop alive. So I love him for that. But this one is going to be a deep one. I can feel it already. We're talking about immigration, a small boat.
بالسيف ما يهتف حتى به ينطق ويتعذب عندك الحق كي تتخيل وقت عافوة بس عن بعد يغيدك تولي تعرفوة قال لي يا نجان حبيت نحرق في البابور لقيت جماعة قالوا لي دراهم ضد دابور باباه منعوة ما حبش خلا يسمع له هو خشن راسه راح يسرق بهدا عمو ركب في فلوكة وكانوا غير في ثلاثة قالوا له ما تجيب والو لا باسبور لا قش لا ماكلة وبلاك لا روح طهد الناس وزيد حدته كلهم
So first, if it's a small boat, there's only 3 of them. And the fact that they said don't bring nothing with you, not even your passport, and don't tell nobody. Can you imagine? Because I don't know what they like. That's such a risk, innit? You just, and then you're not telling family, friends, your parents, nobody. Must be shaking in his boots right now when he sees the state of the hip hop scene. Do you know what I mean? Rap and hip hop in general. Like, he was talking about people tattoos and earring in the ear. Now people are tattooing up their whole face, their whole body, all over, piercings everywhere. So I wonder what Lotfi would have to say about the state of the world today when it comes to hip hop. Hip hop.
نعطيهم الكنابيس نعقب في الطوموبيل هم عندي الكومبيل كيما في اللاكولومبيل عود نبيع بالكبيرة ونولي كيف العباد ريش في البلاد بنغطي هذا كل روح نبني لهم شركات ندخلها مع الدخلات ونجيب الانتخابات جامي يحكموني خاطك في جيب الشخصيات.
I will branch out and enter elections, you know, so that's even more of a corrupt government system. So basically becoming a gangster, drug lord, drug dealer, but yet then you still use your status to influence other areas like politics. Started nice, yeah, and then ended in sadness very quickly, yeah. Pay attention, yeah, to your actions, yeah. Oh my God, this is crazy. A whole story, you know.
ضحكة ولعبة ولا فان ولا جنازة حل عينيك وشوف الدرس تفهم مليح باللي الضمانة داية دونجرو والميليو تاعو خارجة طريق تاعو طويلة صعيبة وجامي خرجة معايا وش يصير هنا بحدايا افهم بيان باللي الضمانة داية لا هرمة كلها هربة هيبة هاملة سلعة يدخلها بكمية تخلع لي ولا يخدع يخوي ويخضع أموال ضخمة مبخرة موخدة والأخبار الأخرى خافي مخدة راه مغفلونا ما مهفونا حربوا العمادة اليوم برباس راي ولات كارتي تابع العنابة دوك ماكرون راهو مبريزي لو بن راي بلا كريز خاطك لي زالجيريا مستعملوا شوارع
everywhere in the streets of Paris.
لي جوني قاعدة تموت لي جوني في البحور كل حراقة في بابور مالك العام يدبون لي جوني قاعدة تموت بالبيضة مون امور يا مون امور يا مون امور يا
Love that.
تطور كي ما بقاش عايش في البرد تيوري غلطة حنايا نكتبوها بيان سور هما يمنوها كيما الدواب كيما طموها وهنا في عي
It's science.
سيما لوط فيلوسوفي عينيك طيش الخضر رشا خلي مخك يشوف الدنيا كيفاه ماشية وهنا في عي
Let life see how your brain should function, you know. I love him.
رشا خلي مخك يخمم شوف الدنيا كيف.
Lotfi is often described as being banned or silenced in Algeria, but it's not a single official ban announcement, it's more about systematic pressure and censorship. Lotfi faced restrictions in Algeria mainly because of his content of his music, not because of personal scandals or gimmicks. His lyrics were too direct. Lotfi was one of the few rappers who openly criticised corruption, spoke about government failure, addressed social injustice, poverty and oppression, gave voice to frustrated Algerians. At a time when freedom of expression was tightly controlled, his music was seen as dangerous, not entertaining. He refused to self-censor. Many artists softened their message to stay safe. Lotfi didn't. He refused to. Water down his lyrics, avoid political topics, play along with state-approved narratives. That refusal made him a problematic voice for authorities. As a result, his songs were blocked or avoided on national radio and TV. Concerts became difficult or impossible to organise. Public appearances were restricted. This is why people say he was banned. Even without a public document, his access was cut off. Because of this pressure, Lotfi Double Cannon eventually left Algeria. So while it wasn't an official courtroom ban, it became a forced exile. Stay silent and remain, or speak freely and leave. Lotfi chose truth over comfort. Ironically, this situation cemented his status as a real conscious rapper, proved his lyrics weren't just talk, turned him into a symbol of resistance. For many Algerians, especially the youth, Lotfi Double Cannon represents an artist who said what we couldn't say out loud. Lotfi Double Cannon wasn't banned because of music, he was silenced because of truth. So yes, this is what makes him one of my favorite Algerian artists of all time. For me, Lotfi is real. I love that he is so highly educated. I always say this because he also brings education through some of his songs as well. He brings scientifical bars. He also is very old school hip hop. You know, he comes from an era where hip hop was real, and he keeps that consistently today in his music. I've had many songs translated, and this is my opportunity as well to give a big shout out to the person that translates for me. So that has enabled me to understand his lyrics and where he's coming from. I really, really appreciate him. It's nice to see an artist, especially from Algeria, that speaks up on so many issues, talks about things going on in the world, talks about things going on in Algeria, in his country. And he's kind of like the voice of Algeria, right? His bars, his flow, the beats he uses, absolutely love it. And I just love that old school hip hop edge. There's just something about that, and the way he managed to throw in the educational bars. To me, I've never seen an artist do that before, or an international artist. So I love him for that. Even today, Lotfi Double Cannon remains relevant, and for me, it's because his lyrics are timeless. The issues he spoke about are still real, and his integrity as an artist has never changed. In an era of trends and fast music, Lotfi reminds us that hip hop has always been a voice of the people. And that's why his name will always come up when discussing Algerian hip hop today, conscious rap in North Africa, artists that use music for impact and not fame. And also, he's got a real good connection with reactors, you know. There are a few artists that appreciates that we appreciate them and their music, and we make reactions to kind of like share with like-minded people that enjoys the artists, yeah, and break down their bars, their music, and our love for them. But with Lotfi, quite a few times he's actually shared me and given back thanks, and I just think that's so amazing. He's a very humble artist. Even though he's big Lotfi Double Cannon, he doesn't forget where he come from. He always gives back. He seems very kind and friendly, and the shout outs as well for reactors just shows how down to earth and nice he is. So yeah, that kind of concludes my artist spotlight, my artist explained for Lotfi Double Cannon. Absolute amazing artist. I absolutely love him. I would like to know what your favorite Lotfi Double Cannon song is. Drop it in the comments section for me. Don't forget, you'll find all of my reactions for Lotfi Double Cannon, most of which are translated, in the comments section or in my playlist section. And I'm going to be doing one of these every single week, touching upon one of my favorite artists in different countries and why I love them so much, and why you should too. You should, you know, you got your own mind, but I just think it's really nice to have that kind of spotlight on certain artists and to change things up around here as well. I'd love to know your favorite Lotfi Double Cannon song. Drop the comments in the comment section below, and do let me know if you do enjoy these types of videos. It would also help if you liked up the video for me, so I'm just making sure I'm actually got my mic on. But yeah, do let me know by hitting the like button and subscribing if you enjoy these types of videos, and I will deliver more. Like up the video for me, subscribe for more real reactions, and remember to stay blessed and fabulous. Thank you so much for watching today.